easy-to-handle monthly payment. With the Flex Bill plan from auto owners, we'll make sure you never feel the sting of an annual premium.
Visit Johnson Lawrence Walker. For all your insurance needs, see Johnson Lawrence Walker, your local auto owner's representative in Louisville. Got roof storm damage? Call the Roof Doctor, 454-ROOF. That's 454-7663. Hit a pin. We'll give the number again.
On your landing. You couldn't see it from the radio, of course, but they popped green smoke. That's a signal on where you need to land. They came in and
I-65 access ramp between I-265 and Southern Indiana and the Kennedy Bridge will be open after the fireworks. Log on to light1069.com for more traffic information.
created a thunder.
Help us put on the greatest day of outdoor festivities in Louisville, Kentucky. It's going to be great.
I love those chicken nuggets.
Well, thank you very much. And I'll tell you what, you're right, Chris. We couldn't do it without our loyal customers. So that's the most important part in giving back to the community.
Okay, well, hats off to McDonald's for presenting the Kentucky Derby Festival Board with $106,520 for this big fireworks show. Broadcasting live for Thunder Over Louisville, Vicki Rogers, Light 106.9.
Coming up in the next hour, I'm Don.
That was tough. Who's going to take yours? This is 15 square. This is after punch. 30 seconds.
They move to their targets.
Yeah, these airplanes are pretty advanced. Airplane. It took up a lot of room on the ship, and this is what I'm talking about, the aircraft carriers. Well, by having just the F-18,
Louisville will be coming. He's actually, our F-18 is showing its slow flight characteristics now, Major Todd. He's got his gear down. The B-52 built in Seattle area, the ports, of course, Wichita, Kansas is a big manufacturing area for aircraft as well.
If Missy wasn't there, I'd go. But she's there, I ain't going.
Times of Thunder coverage continue on Light 106.9. Home of the soundtrack to Thunder Fireworks. We'll be broadcasting it at HD at 9.
Burns all the way to Southern Indiana.
But the golden treatment doesn't end there. With the help of our cutting-edge equipment, finding your perfect shade has never been easier. And as always,
The official station for Thunder Over Louisville.
Light 106.9.
Luckily World War II ended when it did because the jet age was just around the corner.
And the Germans actually had more advanced jet technology than we did. And
they could all be speaking German right now if that weren't
the stout from the winter doldrums today.
Well, they were. I mean, that ice storm took a lot out of Kentucky. I know I was a National Guardsman. I was activated for that. I was down in western Kentucky doing a lot of door-to-door searches, helping the elderly and whatnot. And it's great to see everybody out here. I mean, what recession? You know, come out here. This is free. You don't need to make an excuse. You come out here, you get a sausage.
Come on, Dad. There's still time. Put your pants on. Get off the couch. Tomorrow, did you see that guy? How low he got to the river and things like that. Some people call those stunts or freaks or however, but safety, of course, is always one's concern here at the air show.
Yeah, that would just kind of flip the nose over.
Yes, if you will, in the Thunder Over Louisville air show coming up after 7 tonight with Jeff and Kathy and another appearance from Major Todd. The attack helicopters, the Chinook, the Apache that we had talked about, as well as the Sea Knight. There's also some heavy iron coming in, the KC-10, which is the military.
We appreciate all that they do.
Yeah, there's some interesting video on the internet if you're interested in seeing what they can do, where they've done some engagements. It might be a little graphic for some, but if you're a military buff, this is pretty cool.
Well, this is going to be neat. We've got the soundtrack to Thunder, the fireworks. You'll find it only at Light 106.9.
These Apache helicopters justice at all.
Absolutely not. You know, I was watching it at home as I was getting ready to come here, and it's so much more exciting when I was going at 64 around Cannon's Lane, and you could see the fighter jets going through, and I was almost there, and there's this excitement. I can't wait to be there, but you can see them so far out, too. I mean, the vantage point isn't just here in the downtown area.
Jump in there, and off they go. So what are the capabilities the U.S. has? Because we can go about anywhere. We decide we're going to go, we're going.
Do you think that's what happened in Somalia? Is that what they used with them? Because I know the Navy SEALs came out of a helicopter as well.
Somalia was a Black Hawk, didn't make a Black Hawk down movie in the book and all that stuff. But these helicopters are under control. I'm Commander Rick.
Just because the economy is a little tough right now doesn't mean you should have more trouble.
Training about retirement, travel,
Make a call.
somebody make a call.
But you could see how it'd be easy for Special Forces guys to jump out of there, assault the beachhead here, take over. And you send in about 10 of those things, you can put a lot of people on the ground.
Kathy was just trying to get them to tie the trunk down there. You've done that before, during
Yeah. Almost lost it.
A Plus program, saving money isn't one of them. Ask us how your association or group can qualify to receive a substantial group discount.
Did you really?
Car, home, or mobile home insurance through Auto Owners Insurance.
And then I want you to come back to me in about 5 minutes or so, because we have a really interesting story that's developing about the air show. Guys, when the A-10 Warthogs came through, there were supposed to be 3 of them.
Right.
And then, so what do they do in a situation like that? Where do they have to go to land?
It's typically the nearest suitable airfield, depending on the nature of the emergency. So for us today, we had just taken off from Louisville International, so we just came right back to where we came from and put it in the ground.